Hey everyone, great to connect with you again today. This Sunday we gather for worship at 8:30 and 11, and the 11 o'clock service will be streamed. Pastor Grace Dietrich will be preaching about good fruit. Discipleship hour gatherings are at 9:45 for children, youth, and adults. This is our little dog, Wrigley. He's a good dog. One of the things he wrestles with is he's frightened by thunder. We were reminded about this a few weeks ago when a storm came up. And as soon as the thunder pealed, he was hiding behind the couch, and he didn't come out till he was certain that it was over. Now, he's a pretty smart dog. He understands quite a few words. He gets excited when he hears the names of our children or grandchildren. He understands about things when we ask him about going out, and he knows stay and sit and the things like that. And he's especially excited when he hears the word treat. He's getting excited now. But there is much that he can't understand, including thunder. We could try to explain to him that we're safe, but all he knows is that it's a loud noise and it frightens him. I think many of us might do the same thing with God. We aren't surprised when God, speaking through the prophet Isaiah, declares, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." There's so much about God that we do know, but there's much that we do not. And the much that we do not has a tendency to frighten us, and this fear of God causes us to want to keep our distance from God. God is sympathetic to our struggle to understand Him, our fear of Him, which is one reason for the incarnation, God in human flesh. Yes, Jesus is born in order to be the one through whom God redeems His creation, but it's certainly conceivable that God could have done this without the incarnation. I don't know how, but it's conceivable. But He doesn't. He doesn't because God is not just interested in the end of the mission of Jesus, as vitally important as it is. God is interested in relationship with us. We have a tendency to view the incarnation as a mission that only matters because of where it ends. We tend to view the incarnation as important only because eventually it leads to a cross and an empty tomb. Now, don't misunderstand me. The cross and the empty tomb are vital to our faith. The cross and the empty tomb are the means by which Jesus conquers sin once and for all, and evil once and for all. And there's no doubt that Jesus is born to fulfill a purpose that culminates with the cross and the empty tomb. But if we view the incarnation of God in human flesh as only a means to an end, we actually devalue the incarnation. It would be like saying, I only want to have children so that I have someone to care for me in my old age. Now, do we hope our children will care for us in our old age? Yeah, we do. And that's okay. But if that's our only reason for bringing children into the world, then they only have value to us if they do what we want them to do. I would hope that our reasons for bearing children would be far more relational than that. I would hope that we are interested in children because we love, because we want to invest ourselves in another human being, because children matter to us, because they are an expression of our love. If we only value children because of something utilitarian, then we will feel free to use them, manipulate them, treat them any way we want, so long as they do what we want. But if we value children because of love, then we treat them in a way that is very different. Jesus is born for the purpose of being the means by which God redeems His creation and defeats evil. But Jesus is every bit as much born so that human beings will know what God is like, and in this knowledge experience the joy of relationship with our Creator. God isn't just interested in redeeming us. He's also every bit as much interested in relationship with us. And perhaps this is why Jesus keeps telling people, do not be afraid. Trust me. I'm good, and I love you. Father, thank you for what the incarnation means for our salvation and for the redemption of the world. We also thank you that in the incarnation, we have an intimacy of relationship with you in which we can know and experience the fullness of your love for us. May it be true for each of us this day. Amen. Thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful day.